Hello, my name is Craig. Check, check, check. I
Your name is
like
Craig.
video.
Check, check, check. I mean, that's a terrible, terrible beginning to this podcast. Don't you realize the podcast has already started?
I said check, check, check because I was sort of like I was pretending like we were doing a sound check because I
Oh,
knew we were
I
recording.
thought you wanted for people to send you a check. Check, check.
Is that how you ask for things? You just repeat what you want. You just say, "Oh, sandwich, sandwich, sandwich."
Yeah. BJ,
Ooh.
BJ, BJ. That's very common.
That's
Very
how you
common.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Welcome to Two Guys Talking About
Lettuce.
Lettuce. My name is Craig Ben.
Talking about lettuce,
Son.
lettuce.
And my name is
Talking
Craig.
about
Benzing.
lettuce, lettuce.
Always full of surprises.
talking
This
about
one here.
lettuce.
This
I
one
gotta-
right here.
I'm talking about
Who?
lettuce.
You, Craig Benzie.
Okay.
That guy,
Oh, okay.
that guy I know. That guy I like.
Talking about
Okay.
lettuce.
Well, yeah, I like you. I just gotta balance out whatever you do. You know, if you're gonna go long, I'm gonna go short.
Oh,
If you're
man.
gonna go weird, I'm gonna go super normal.
Man, okay.
I'm gonna go.
I see how you are. I see
Mm-hmm.
how you are, and I think that that's a really good plan.
I'm a classic Libra. Do you believe in astrology, Greg?
I believe that astrology exists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in astrology about as much as I believe in psychics.
So a lot.
I believe that they exist. I believe that there are people who do research and people who do and say things. I do believe that.
Yeah. That's about as much as I believe too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
I believe much
Yeah.
more in astronomy than astrology. I think
it does seem a little more based on actual scientific experiments.
I guess so.
and-
Maybe a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Science.
Science.
Yeah.
Good heavens, Miss Sakamoto, you're beautiful.
What's happening?
I'm sorry. I thought we were quoting stuff from "She Blinded Me with Science" by Thomas Dolby. All
why
my
would
tubes
you-
and wires, careful notes, and antiquated notions.
Just because we said the word science.
Well,
you
yeah, I
thought
mean-
we were quoting a song that had science in the title.
Well, no, because in the song they go science.
That's true.
Yeah. And by the
Okay.
way, listen, I'm not a
Yeah.
huge fan of 80s music. I feel like the 80s sort of ruined music. We've talked about this before. But I think
we?
that, well, maybe. I mean, because I feel that drum machines and synthesizers sort of ruined music for a while in the 80s. But
Mm-hmm.
there are some things that are nothing but drum machines and synthesizers, like Thomas Dolby's music, that I think are great. I think Thomas Dolby's stuff from the 80s was great.
I feel like in the 80s you were just more of a purist. You were just like, ugh, it was so much better when I was younger.
Well, I
Right.
mean, the thing is, I was younger in the 80s.
No, but in the 80s you were saying it's so much better when I was younger.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
But when in the 80s, I was walking around going, man, I'm a lot younger right now.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I was like, man, look how young I am. Did you do that in the
Okay.
80s?
I think I was aware that I was young in the 80s.
Yeah. That's all
I
I'm
was
saying.
0 to 10 years old.
Yeah.
0 to 9 years old in the 80s.
When you were
So-
0, what sort of music
Mhm.
did you listen to?
I'm imagining I listened to what my parents listened to, so probably oldies
Okay.
on the radio.
and
and,
oldies back then were like, oh, listen to this song from 1978. It's like 3
No.
years old, that sort of thing.
No. That was probably still a newie at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Do you-
probably from the 50s.
Do you prefer
Yeah.
to listen to oldies or newies if you had to choose?
Honestly, oldies. If I had to choose,
Yeah.
the chances of it being a better song, if it would be if you listen to the oldies, because a newie hasn't been around long enough to prove itself.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true because nowadays these kids, they're all about all the new popular artists like Christina Aguilera and
Okay. Yeah.
U2, all these brand new bands.
Okay. Okay. So you 2
Mhm.
I don't remember a time when I wasn't aware of them in my life.
Mm.
And Christina Aguilera was one of those new fandangled singers the kids were into in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
all these kids today, they're all listening to those popular bands like Five for Fighting. and Maroon 5 and all the
okay,
other
so-
5 bands.
So what are they, like late 90s, early 2000s?
They're just brand new bands that kids are listening to. I try to keep up, but like there's a lot. It's just a lot of new music. I can't keep up
the
with
Jackson
all these bands.
5. What
The
about
Jackson 5, another 5
Yeah.
band. You know,
Yeah.
and it's weird that they called themselves the Jackson 5 because there were 6 of them.
Huh. What a bunch of bullshit.
I know. It's really strange. I don't know why they called them that.
Wow. That's
Later, they
terrible.
changed their name to just the Jacksons. Did you know? Did you remember that?
They did change their names to
Yeah.
the Jackson?
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you remember the singer Eddie Money? He actually had money in his name. Like he was trying to I'm creating it using my own name.
Yeah. I like the song. I believe it's Eddie Money. Take Me Home Tonight. I think that's a good song.
Take me home
Me
tonight.
home tonight.
I don't want to be taken home on another
by
night.
anyone else.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's similar. I think you're misremembering the lyrics. I think I got them right.
Take
but
me home tonight.
don't take
I
me to
don't know
another
where
location.
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Please help me.
Yeah, it's what. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both sort of remember the song, but I feel like I got the lyrics right. But it's all right. Yeah.
I don't think either of us got them right. to be
Take
honest
me
with you.
home
Me
tonight.
home tonight.
Don't take that other
That
girl,
I don't
Susan,
know.
home because I don't know where she lives.
I don't want to go to the store anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
a very popular song. And it sticks in your memory is the thing about that song.
Yeah, it really does.
Not a lot of people know this, but when the female singer in that song comes in, she sings "Be My Little Baby." You know who that is? That's Ronnie Spector of the Ronettes, who had a big hit with "Be My Baby." So she comes in and sings her little bit from "Be My Baby."
Yeah.
I mean, just listen.
I know.
Listen, people who
Because
tuned into this podcast.
in the song, they say just like Ronnie said. That's in the song.
Look, here's the deal.
Yeah.
People didn't
Yeah.
think that they were going to tune into this podcast and learn facts about music.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I think the people who tuned in really, I think they got what they expected, which is just two people talking and not knowing what they're going to talk about.
Speaking of classic songs, do you remember that? There was a song, and I was never a big fan of the song or anything, but I just know it's in my brain. It's a song called "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue." Do you remember that song?
Yes, I do. Are you gonna say it has something to do with the donut, the food donut?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't thinking. But listen, I can see how your brain works, and that's very creative, Craig. No, I was thinking the song "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue." If you just took the letter S out of the title, it takes on a whole new meaning.
Donut make my brown eye blue. Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now that I said it out loud.
It makes it sound like you've got a sad asshole.
Yeah. It sure does.
Did you ever Did you ever listen to that song "Sad Asshole"? That was an '80s hit.
No, I'm unaware of that one.
Also by Eddie Money.
Oh, really? How's that go?
I'm just a sad asshole. Be my little baby. The Ronettes, like Ronnie Spector sang background on that also.
Yeah. Take me home tonight. My asshole is so sad. I want it to be happy. Yeah.
Well, who doesn't want their asshole to be happy? That's why we eat fibrous things. You know? That's why you got to keep up on your fruits and vegetables, folks.
Yeah. I mean, if you eat too much fibrous stuff, I think you might not be so happy. You know, I did a video where I was vegan for a month, and I accidentally increased my fiber at a very high rate.
Oh, and that can have the adverse effect.
Yeah.
You don't really want to do that.
Did not feel good.
I think if you're going to go vegan, you want to start with just every day. You want to just eat like 2 to 3 giant bags of Cheetos because I believe those are vegan. So just start with
Oreos
2 or 3.
Too.
Yeah,
Oreos.
Eat Cheetos and Oreos all day.
Yeah,
because the vegan diet is a healthy diet.
Yeah, that's what you're describing is not healthy though.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have any meat in it. I mean, red meat is not good for the body, apparently. And if you're eating Cheetos and Oreos, how much red meat is in that? I ask you.
Listen, I wasn't listening. I'm Googling if Cheetos are vegan, and they're not. They're not vegan.
That's what I said. Cheetos are not vegan. So if you are vegan, do not eat Cheetos. Yeah, that's what I had just said that, Craig.
Okay.
I just said that to everybody.
No, you did not.
I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. No.
All right, I've prepared some comedy material for today, some original comedy material. I think that you and the listeners will enjoy because there's nothing better than prepared comedy material on a podcast about two people talking about lettuce. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah. Prepare. The more we prepare, the better it is.
Yeah.
It seems.
Okay. This is original comedy material. I hope you all enjoy.
Okay. All right.
Have you ever noticed when you go up to an elevator and you push the button, somebody else comes along and pushes the same button? I mean, what's the deal with that?
That sounds like a situation, and it sounds like you're trying to sound like Jerry Seinfeld, but without telling a joke. You're just telling a situation.
It's like I just pushed that button. Why are you pushing the button also? It's not going to make the elevator come any faster. What's the deal with that?
It's actually painful to listen to. This is oh man, if I saw you on stage doing that, I would have to leave. I would be so uncomfortable.
You know, now for the first time, I'm actually tempted to go do stand-up just to go do shit like that on stage in front of people. You ever notice when you go into a 7-Eleven, none of the people who work there were born in America?
Everyone
What's
would be
deal with that?
Everyone would be like, "What is the matter with this person?" It's like they're trying to be Jerry Seinfeld, but they didn't bother making jokes. They're just saying things that are weird about humanity.
You know, when someone comes to visit you and they use the bathroom and they use up all the toilet paper, but they don't put a new roll of toilet paper on? What's their fucking problem?
Okay, now it's just getting angry. Now you're just it sounds like you're not trying to be funny.
I want to kill those people.
It sounds like you're using comedy. You're saying it's comedy, but it's really just therapy. You think a weird way of doing therapy? You're just like expressing the problems you have.
You know,
with the world.
If actually, and this is totally serious. If there's one thing that I don't like, it's when stand-up comics go up on stage, whether it's at an open mic night or whatever, and they use their opportunity on stage with a microphone as therapy. I've never cared for that. When I go to a comedy show, I want to see a comedy show. I don't want to see somebody like trying to work out their issues in front of an audience.
You don't? Well, what if it's funny though?
It's rarely funny. When someone's trying to work out their stuff, I feel like they should be paying me $150 an hour. And they should just prorate that and round it up to the nearest half hour. So if they go up and do 10 minutes, they're going to owe me $75 for me listening and going, And I feel like I should take notes and I should just shout out, well, how does that make you feel? And stuff like that. Do therapist stuff.
All right. I mean, a lot of comics, I think in LA, I don't live out there, Greg.
No, you don't. I've noticed that about
New York. But aren't there a lot of people just every night just going up on stage just every
there's an
single night?
awful lot of stand-up comedy around and not a lot of it's actual comedy.
Yeah, but it's like one person will, my dog just pulled my headphones pulled the cord out of my headphones, so now I can't hear what you're saying. Now I can.
That's a free bonus.
You didn't say a thing.
That's a free bonus you got with that dog.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I had an automatic cord puller outer.
Should I be recording this, by the way? Should I record? Should I start recording now?
Yes, you should have started recording.
You see, don't it make my brown eye blue? Brown eye is another word for a person's anus. It's like kind of a slang term for a person's anus.
We've talked about this. We've talked about that.
So it's a totally different. And blue. Blue.
Where are you trying to recap what we?
I'm just explaining it to make sure everybody understands it. Blue can be construed as sad. A lot of people say, "Oh, how you feeling?" "Oh, I'm blue." I'm blue. Which is weird because I think of blue as a happy color. It's the color of the sky. On a nice clear day.
But if we're talking about an asshole here,
yes,
and it's blue, that seems like a major problem. Doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what color mine is because I don't look at it. But it does seem like a problem, doesn't it?
You have looked at your asshole. Don't tell me you haven't ever looked at your own asshole. Everyone's looked at their own asshole.
No, I don't.
Everyone,
It's kind of hard to
everyone,
see.
no, everyone, including you, Craig, at some point when you were a kid or whatever, has bent over in front of a mirror and looked back to check out your own asshole. Like, what does my asshole look like? Everyone has done that.
I don't
tell me
remember.
You've done.
I don't remember.
Well, then you know what, Craig? You go and
Yeah.
take your headphones off, go to the bathroom, look at it right now, come back and describe it to all of us.
I'm gonna.
Go
I'm gonna.
on, go on.
Although my daughter and my wife are leaving right now, and I'm gonna wait until the room is clear.
Why are you
And,
embarrassed? You embarrassed that you're just looking at your own body?
No. I just feel like it's. I mean, I'll gladly tell them after I've done it, but I don't. I'm not gonna do it in front of them. You know. Yeah.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh man!
But I can hear them over there right now. So I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Okay, but I will do this.
I forget there was an Adam Sandler album, and on the Adam Sandler album, he's playing the character of the idiot or whatever he calls himself, and he's at a job interview, and in the middle of the job interview, he just says, "I looked at my own asshole in the mirror, and it really freaked me out."
Yes, I remember that.
You remember that too?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not a huge Adam Sandler fan, but some of the things he did made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I see a new Adam Sandler movie coming out, if it's one of his comedies, I'd say there's probably a 10% chance I'll like that movie.
Oh, interesting. I feel like that's pretty high.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of liked Happy Gilmore.
Now, Happy Gilmore is the only one that I would say I really, really liked. I also thought the one that took place in the school was pretty good, but Happy Gilmore really made me laugh.
My wife really likes The Wedding Singer.
I'm sorry. Who did?
My wife. Hey, and this is my daughter.
Oh, hello,
Ada.
daughter.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Never met her before.
You're what?
I'm tired.
Oh, you're tired?
She looks much older than she did last
Why
time.
am I talking on there?
Why are you talking on there? There's a camera. There's a camera right here. And
She seems nice. If I remember her correctly, her name is Jerry. Is that it? Jerry?
No, Ada.
Ada.
Her name's
All right,
your name?
I was close.
Is your name Jerry? Is
Can
your
I
name
call
Jerry?
you? Can I call you Jerry?
Can Greg call you Jerry?
Can I call you Jerry?
She is so smitten with her own image on the screen right now. She can't.
Well, of
She can't
course. I mean, it's
concentrate. What's up?
fascinating.
And she has to go to school now.
Oh
Is
man,
it
well,
time to
enjoy
go?
yourself at school. Boy, it's late there. She goes to school
Yeah.
late. It's like a half day.
It's preschool.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, here preschool starts at 5:30 a.m. and it goes
wow.
it goes until 7:45
Oh,
p.m.
They always say that hard work in California. That's what they call it.
It's all about hard work in California.
Yeah. Okay, kiddo. Okay, it's time for you to go. You can go to school now. She looks so exhausted.
She's very
She's
sweet,
so
but I know that you just want to get rid of her so that you can go check out your own butthole in the mirror. I know that's what you're like. You're getting impatient. You're like, all right, go to school now. I gotta check out my butthole.
No, really not. Really not looking forward to it. But I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it.
All right, let's tell you what. I've got a game that we can play while we're waiting for your daughter to leave. It's called the funny name game. You ever do these things, the funny name game, where like you pick your first name and your last name and you put them together and you come up with a funny name or something like that? I don't really know all the rules.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I'm skeptical of any game that you bring up.
No. This is a real
Okay.
name. So your funny name game is instead of your first, your last name, it's your credit card number with the CVV on the back plus your
Okay.
social security number, and then that's your funny name. Okay, go. You go first.
This is why I was skeptical of you bringing up a game.
What's
that? Well, it just sounds like a phishing scam.
No.
Or a
It's
phishing
really
scheme?
funny.
Or,
Do your credit card number with the CVV plus your social security number and your mother's maiden name. Go.
Okay, no, Greg, this is not something you share publicly. This is
No, it's just between you and me. We're just playing a game, just the two of us.
Well, how about you go first then?
No.
'Cause
And
I
listen,
don't really know. I've never played it.
You're my guest. All right.
Yeah.
I will just ask you. What do you use? A Visa, Mastercard? What do you use? Visa?
No, Greg.
You have a Visa?
Greg.
American Express. What do you use?
Greg, calm down. Greg.
No, I just need the first 4 digits and then the other digits.
What do you need that? Why do you need?
Because
need
it's hilarious. Funny name game. It's really, really funny.
No, Greg. This is just a scam to get my information so that you can take my money.
Okay, that may be, but still, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to me. So let's do it.
Yeah. No.
No more excuses.
No. Just because it's funny to you, also, is not a reason.
Look, here's the deal. This is a
Yeah.
way for us to come up with your funny name and for me to do some shopping and get some things that I could really use. And
Like what? What do you need?
Whatever, just some stuff, like some new shoes and stuff. Shoes can be really expensive, especially the ones I'm planning on buying with your credit card. So, also, I wanted to take your identity.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I just heard that that's the thing that people do.
Yeah, people do that illegally. People aren't supposed to do that.
Oh, they're
That's
not supposed to do that?
You've heard about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. I only heard the part that like, hey,
You
here's
will
something
you will go to jail.
Jail. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because especially with the way you're doing it, it's incredibly obvious. Like if you actually stole my identity, I would know exactly who it is. I would just tell the cops and or the whoever, the powers that be, and that you would get. So
you
in big
think
trouble.
that the powers that be might not be cops? They might just be like astronauts.
I think I'd probably
or the guy who makes the sandwich at Subway. Maybe
it'd
he's
be weird
the power
for me to. I think it would be weird for me to call the cops in this situation. I think it would be, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I would talk to the bank or someone else.
I don't know.
Some intermediary.
Yeah, the guy at Subway.
And then they would deal with it. They would take.
You're like
no.
Like I'm gonna go with the herbs and cheese bread.
No.
Also,
I feel like
Greg Benson stole my identity.
I feel like the suggestions I gave were good ones. Like,
I'll have the Subway Club with double meat and extra olives and no onions, please. And let me get some of those pepperoncinis. And also, Greg Benson stole my identity.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I might try that too.
And I have a coupon for a free drink.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you didn't forget about the free drink.
Yeah.
Always looking for a deal.
Here's my frequent Subway Club card. I've got 9 subs. I need 1 more, and I get 1 free. Do they still do that? I haven't been to Subway in a while.
I haven't been to Subway in a little while either, but I imagine they probably do.
Did we talk about Subway on this recently? Because I actually did go to Subway a couple weeks ago, and it was not very good.
I know we've talked about Subway. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast or not. Yeah. But I like Subway. Oh, no, we have talked about it on the podcast. Yep.
Yeah.
I like it because, especially, I'm a rock star, Greg. I've toured with a rock band across the country. I'm a major rock star.
I heard that about you.
Yeah, and
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think that is great. That's really going to help us get a lot of listeners on this podcast. People are going to be like,
yeah,
what's Craig Benzine going to say next? He's a rock star.
Exactly. Yes. Why the tone in your voice doesn't sound.
Oh,
nice.
Craig Benzine, he's a big rock star. I want to hear what he says from his face mouth. What are the words going to be?
But when you're on the road, Greg, very few options for actual fresh vegetable. Well, fresh is a relative term, but actual vegetables that aren't processed. It's a great place to get them. It's Subway.
So you could just go there and just say, "I'll just take a bowl of vegetables, please, and can you please saute those?"
Yeah, no.
I'd like them sauteed in butter.
A turkey, or anytime you're on the road, or anytime you want fast food.
Yeah,
you can make that easily not so terrible for you, is what I'm saying.
Man, look at you. You're like the picture of health. And that brings us to the Patreon-only bonus section, which starts right now.
Yeah.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
That's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. in which it devolved into us talking about the weather, and so then you know that it's done at that point. But before that, we did sing more of "Take Me Home Tonight" with alternate lyrics that, frankly, were the best lyrics of all of them. So if you guys are not supporting us on Patreon, first of all, what, you don't have $3? You can't just throw $3 at people who make you laugh. I mean, come on, it's $3. Why wouldn't they give us $3?
Greg. That's not pleasant. That's not a good look.
That didn't work.
I think they would rather hear us talk about the weather.
Okay, all right.
-1 right now.
Hang on, listen.
I am -1.
Let's just do this. We will talk about the weather if you give us $3. Then you get to hear about the weather. It's $3.
Let's just focus on making the most entertaining podcast we can make.
Okay, sure.
And maybe they'll give us money, maybe they won't, and that's up to them.
All right.
That's up to them.
Well, listen, that brings us to the sponsor of this episode. This episode is sponsored by $3weather.com by Craig and Greg Benson and Benzine. Please go to $3weather.com and give us $3, and we'll read the weather to you in person at your own home every night.
That seems like wait, they pay $3? Yeah.
They pay $3 and then we have to fly to their home and read them the weather from our phones every night.
Is this sponsored just your idea?
Right before they go to bed. Here's the deal. They get in bed and then we show up. They leave the front door open, so we go into their home, whether it's an apartment or house or whatever. We go in.
Yeah.
We read them the weather and we read it over and over very quietly and gently. We use our gentle voices until they fall asleep like little babies.
Yeah.
And then we steal their stereo equipment and leave.
Oh, that's how we pay for our flights.
Yeah. You got to resell the stereo equipment. Some people have really nice stereos.
But some people don't have stereos at all.
Then just take their computer. Take a laptop, take a computer, whatever.
All right.
Hey, speaking of stolen,
there's a lot of illegal activity detecting from you today.
I know. Hey, listen, illegal activity makes the world go round. That's what Mary Poppins always said. Hey, look, speaking of illegal activity, I bought a laptop.
He says a spoonful of medicine or a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend people just eating extra sugar. I don't think that's good for you. I mean, it's going to count,
actually true.
Especially if the medicine that you're taking is for diabetics. If it's diabetes medicine and you want to take a spoonful of sugar, that's a bad plan.
I really don't think that's good advice. Nor do I think just doing illegal activity is good advice either.
Well, no, I think some illegal activity is absolutely fine. Like, what are you really going to drive 55 on the freeway? Everybody's going to zoom past you and you're going to cause an accident. You better be going at least 10 miles over the speed limit on the freeway or you're going to cause an accident.
Well, it depends on the freeway. Depends on the situation. Like if it's bad weather,
I mean, if it's bad weather, you got to drive as fast as you can to get home. Get out of that bad weather as quickly as you can. Like let's say that it snowed and the streets are icy. You better drive as fast as you can so you can get home before an accident happens.
Listen, everybody. Greg grew up in Dallas.
Less time on the road, the better.
Lived his whole adult life in California. He doesn't.
Not yet. Not yet. I haven't.
I know that roads are it's a bad situation in Texas right now.
I am still living my adult life. So you can't say I've lived my whole adult life. That's a falsehood.
Okay. Yeah, but the life that you have lived so far, I'm not talking about how you're going to live from now on. I don't know. You might move away. You get time? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So time. Time is that thing that marches on, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Well, I mean, metaphorically, yeah.
Oh, not physically?
No, it doesn't actually march like a marching band.
Okay.
No.
Here's the weird thing. One time I went to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York, which is a lie. I never have done that. But while I was there, which also is a lie, I saw Time marching down the street. Again, another lie. And I couldn't believe, I was like, look at that, Time really does march on physically.
Yeah.
I can see it right there. And that is the absolute truth. I didn't make any of that up, except all of it.
See, I for some reason, I don't feel like I believe you.
I made up all of it, but...
Yeah.
Well,
if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go look at my own asshole.
Okay, yeah, you do that. All right. Listen, while Craig is checking out his butthole in the mirror, I would like to sing 7 more stanzas of Take Me Home Tonight for you guys, and I think it's going to be really good. Let me just warm up my voice first. Hang on. Hang on. Give me just a second. I just have to warm up. It's very important that you start with a warm voice, and that way the singing is more beautiful. Hang on. I wish I had a dime for every dime I had. If I had a dime for every dime I had, I'd have 6 dimes. These are just common vocal warm-ups. Bend over, Mr. President. Bend over, Mr. President. Fe, 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 fe. Fe, 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 fe.
I'm back.
Shoot.
What is happening?
I was warming up my voice to sing some more Take Me Home Tonight, but then apparently what you did it was so quick, I didn't get to the point where I was singing. And I know our listeners are going to be disappointed by that.
I did not want to prolong that experience.
Okay, I understand that. Why don't you go ahead and describe what the experience was like to all of our listeners?
It's humbling. It was a humbling experience.
In what way? In what way, Craig?
Well, now it's just so basic. It's just such a, and it's not pleasant to look at.
No.
And that's on you. That's on you.
Now, do you think it's more or less pleasant to look at than if you were looking directly at someone else's butthole? Like, which one do you think would be more pleasant?
I've never thought about that. Huh.
Yeah.
I think equal. I think it's equal. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Listen, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I think that you and I both feel the same way about buttholes, but that there must be some people listening who are like totally into buttholes. Like, oh my God. If I could just see a butthole, that would just make my day.
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know how common it is. I don't know if it's anyone listening. It could be.
It probably is. I got to tell you something. One time I went to a friend's bachelor party, and of course it ended up at a strip club. And listen, I'm not the type of guy who just goes to strip clubs, but on a bachelor's party thing, you go along, you support your friend, buy him a lap dance or whatever. But all I remember was it was one of these all nude places, which frankly I think is too nude. I felt like the women were sexier when they were wearing like G-strings and sexy lingerie and stuff.
And you want to cover their shoulders, too. You don't want to see their shoulders.
Oh, no, I'm not into shoulders. But then once it all comes off, there's nothing left to the imagination. And then this one dancer in front of us was like bending over, with her butt facing us and pulling her butt cheeks apart. And it was not, I don't really understand what was impressive about that. She was just showing us her butthole. And every time that she would do it, I would just go, every time she'd bend over, I just go,
no. Oh, Greg, no.
And it really just made the evening special.
I'm sure she enjoyed that quite a bit. Yeah. Oh, no. I feel like I want to go apologize to her.
Well, why? It was her choice to do. She didn't have to bend over and show people her butthole. I didn't want to see. Well, it's not like, hey, come check out my butthole. I like if there was a big sign, women's buttholes live. I wouldn't have gone into that place.
I understand, but it's her job. Maybe someone told her she had to do it. Let
me ask you something. You ever try minute rice? You can make it in a minute. You ever try minute rice?
Yeah. I have.
See, sometimes I don't have that much time. Why isn't there like a 30-second rice? That's what I want to know.
I think there is.
If there is a 30-second rice, I'm going to start buying that instead of minute rice. I mean, listen, no offense to minute rice. We appreciate your sponsorship. But
that was a great way to change the subject, Greg. That was a great
Was it really?
Way.
Do you know who likes minute rice?
Who?
Women who show their own buttholes at strip clubs. Speaking of which, one time I went to a strip club.
Yeah.
See, look, you thought I'd changed it away from that, and then we came right back to it.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
I don't see 30-second rice. We're done. We're done with this episode.
We're done talking about strip clubs and women's buttholes. We're not. And listen, I'm sure that there are men's clubs where men show their buttholes to people also, but I've never gone to those.
Yeah, you haven't.
No.
Huh. Okay, that's very expected. From based on what I know about you. Yeah.
All right, let's change the subject if you don't mind.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's talk about politics. Everybody loves when you talk about
Yes.
politics.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally.
Can I tell you what when
Yeah.
it comes to politics, can I tell you what I am
Yeah.
sick and tired of? I am sick and tired of all these.
Where is this going?
No, I am sick and tired of all these liberals and conservatives who are constantly like borrowing my good garden shears. And then when I ask for them back, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot." You know?
Yeah.
I am
sorry.
sick and
sorry.
tired of that.
I love socialism. Sorry. I love capitalism.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and also, were these your garden shears? Oh, I thought these were mine. No, they weren't. You borrowed those from me like 2.5 months ago, and you didn't bring them back. And they're like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Politics.
I'm pro-choice. Oh, I'm anti-abortion.
Okay, look, I don't appreciate you getting into that sort of politics.
Okay. All right. Okay. No. I'm just giving an example of what they say while they're trying to borrow your garden shears.
We don't get into that kind of stuff. We're just talking about the garden shears. Okay.
Okay.
And listen, all I'm trying to say is, Jerry, I want my garden shears back. Hey, listen, everyone I know is named Jerry. I don't know if you've noticed
this has nothing to do with politics, Greg. This is
well,
just...
maybe it does. You don't know for sure. It might.
Well, I guess everything's political, they say.
Yeah,
so.
everything is political. Do you ever use the app Nextdoor?
I've regretfully.
Yeah. Nextdoor is a great app to use if you ever want to hate all of your neighbors. It's a fun thing to use. But one thing that I love about Nextdoor is whenever anybody brings up anything, I always scroll through the comments to see like, all right, who's going to make it political? And there's always someone who's blaming the liberals for something. Yeah, you keep voting for liberals and you're never going to get your library books back on time. Or like whatever it is that they're saying. Keep voting for the liberals and Wiener Schnitzel will never make your corn dogs crispy.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's a California point of view because everyone's voting for the liberals there, right?
I guess so. And also, I don't know if you have Wiener Schnitzel in Wisconsin.
We generally, yes, we do. We generally have brats. We're like the home of brats and bratwurst.
Let me tell you something. If you have brats and bratwurst and stuff, there is absolutely no reason for you, or frankly for anyone, to ever go to Wiener Schnitzel. That is a subpar fast food establishment.
Oh, you're talking about a place?
Oh, there's a place called Wiener Schnitzel. And
okay.
That's the name of it. It is a fast food place where they make hot dogs and corn dogs. And if you like your corn dogs steamy and soft and not crispy, just sort of soft and mushy, that is the place to go.
Oh, I love it. I love soft and mushy is like generally my favorite descriptors for anything, really.
Yeah. That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
I'm sort of a soft and mushy guy.
Yep. That Greg, he's one of the softest, mushiest people.
On the inside, where it counts.
Inside. Well, you need bones. You need structure. You need
You know what? I don't feel like I do. I don't feel like I need bones. I feel like I'm
you
done
have
with them.
Do you think you have them?
I'm done. I'm done with bones.
You can't be done with them. How would you be?
I told my doctor. I said no more bones for me. I said make no bones about it. No more bones for me. And he's like, all right.
What? I imagine he wasn't like, all right. He was probably like, what are you talking about?
No. He's like a lot of my patients are saying that lately. It's the new thing. It's a new thing. A lot of people are getting rid of their bones.
I imagine he would be very confused. Do you have a doctor at all, Greg?
I do.
Yeah. I think he would want clarification. What are you saying? What do you want?
Just no more bones. No more bones, doctor. I can't say it any more plainly than that. No more bones for me.
Yes, you can, because that doesn't make any sense.
So you know my doctor. You actually know this is exactly how he responded to that.
Yeah.
You know my doctor.
Is he what you want your bones removed? Is that what you want?
It's like
you don't want any more bones. You don't want more added to you? Because if that's the case, that'd be very easy. That would be very easy to accomplish.
Look, doctor. Yeah. I don't even want to waste any more time talking about this, doctor. I just want to say, no more bones for me, okay? Get it done.
Okay, and he'll probably be like, done. Okay. No more. No more bones. Just the current ones. Just the current bones.
Well, at least we have a title for this episode now. I was waiting for it to pop along. And here it is. No more bones. I'll make a note.
Okay.
It's a great title.
You know, I feel like we should spend the rest of the episode talking about the title.
All right. Let's talk about if we had alternate titles for this episode, what would they be?
Craig looks at his own asshole.
Or Bend Over, Mr. President. That's something that was mentioned when you were off mic. Bend Over, Mr. President. Is it
interesting?
I mean, it's not a bad title.
Now we're getting political, though. But
should we call it Bend Over, Mr. President?
Maybe.
It's pretty good.
Maybe we should.
I mean, it's kind of a better title than No More Bones.
Yeah, well, it's definitely better. That's not a great title, to be honest with you.
All right, we're going to call it Bend Over, Mr. President. Okay.
Bend Over, Mr. President.
It's pretty good. That's just one of my standard vocal warm-ups. Like when you're trying to warm up your voice to sing, you want to sing really well, you do these standard vocal warm-ups.
Do you ever think we, instead of just coming up with funny, catchy title sounds, we try to add intrigue to the title, like something is going to happen in the episode.
Oh yeah,
and you don't say what it is, so that people will want to click and find out.
Okay, so let's call the episode 10 Surprising Ways to Bend Over the President. Number 7 will knock your socks off.
That's not exactly what I meant, and also that's not what we did at all. That's
not yet. I mean, we still have like 5 more minutes in this podcast, so we could come up with 10 exciting ways to bend over a president. Okay, number 1, push him up against a file cabinet and then push the top of his body forward. Okay, now you come up with the second way.
I would say, hey, looks like your shoe is untied. Okay. Asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, and then wow, you call the president an asshole?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's a weird. And now you're getting political. Now you're letting your viewpoints come out. It's weird.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know what president.
You don't know what president. Yeah, we don't know what president I'm talking
Lincoln,
about.
probably. You're probably talking about Lincoln, right?
Yeah, the classic asshole.
Classic asshole.
That's what they called him.
Lincoln, you and John Adams, get the fuck out.
Okay, now how would you bend over the president?
You take him to or her. Could be a her.
Yeah, could be. It hasn't been.
Well, it might be. Take him or her to a dance studio, and then when they've got that bar, go like, hey, check out this bar. And then when you get close to the bar, just push them forward into the bar.
Oh, then, I mean, I feel like.
Right there at waist level. Boop, they bend right over.
Yeah. Okay, you could
wait till we get to number 7. Number 7 is going to knock your socks off. That was just number 3.
Could have been like, let's play limbo or something, but it seems like number 3 is very similar to number 1. You're just finding an object and pushing them over it.
That's correct. Okay. That's correct. All right, now number 4 is your turn.
Number 4. Hey, President, take a look at my my cool ankle tattoo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Asshole.
And number 5 is, hey, Mr. President, take a look at my friend's cool ankle tattoo. Okay,
that's exactly the same thing.
No, one was your ankle tattoo. The other one is your friend's ankle tattoo.
No, the other one was your friend's ankle tattoo.
Well, what I meant was
still be me.
What I meant was my friend's
Who
friend.
Who was the friend in that?
I'm just saying. I was doing your voice, but you were talking about your own friend. So your friend might have been.
I'm
me.
your only friend. I'm your only friend.
Are you?
And
okay, I guess. Okay, I get. Like I'm starting to get confused. Number 6. It's your turn.
Number 6. So you got to do number 7. That's the one that has to be like really special.
It's going to knock your socks off.
Okay. All right. Number 6. How to bend over. Oh, hey, President. Why don't you try some of this salad that's on this plate attached to the table, so you can't pick it up.
I feel like they could just sit down though at the table.
And there's no chairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't say that. Okay. All right, here's number 7. This is going to knock your socks off.
Yeah.
Hey, you just say it to the president. Hey, Mr. President or Mrs. President, if that applies, bend over. See? It knocks your socks off because it's so simple.
So simple.
It's so simple. And you're like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, but why would they then? I don't see a reason why.
And then
they would.
8 through 10 are just the bonus numbers. I mean, we don't even have to say
8 through 10 is
are.
Put an object in front of them and push them over it.
Yes. A box or a metal box or like
a box or a
like
metal box
or like a wooden box,
or a plastic. Yeah, okay.
something like a plastic box, or
Yeah.
or one of those boxes that the mimes get stuck in.
That's like more than 10 now. We're past 10.
Well, I'm just
So-
saying, like, you can choose which kind of box. If you put one of
Okay.
those boxes that mimes get stuck in, first of all,
Yeah.
they'll bend over it, and then they might find a way to open that box to let the mime out. I was
Okay.
worried that mimes are going to suffocate in those boxes.
Yeah.
I hate when there's a mime stuck in a box. Have you ever been walking through like Central Park in New York, and you'll just see like a dead mime on the side of
No.
of the little
I'm not
park?
sure I've ever even seen a mime in Central Park.
Oh
in New
yeah,
York,
no. Sometimes
so-
there's mime. Well, if you ever see a dead mime, it's because they got stuck in a
Yeah.
box and no one would let them out of their mime box.
Okay. No,
Last time I was there, I saw about 25 dead mimes in Central Park.
Okay. So if you did see 25 dead mimes,
Yeah, I didn't count them, but
something
approximately
horribly
25.
wrong happened. Something went horribly wrong.
They were all stuck in boxes and nobody let them out.
No, that wouldn't be the reason that they died.
How do you know? You weren't there.
No, I don't think you were either.
Well, you think I'm just you can't make up a story like that, Craig. You cannot
Yes,
make
you
that
can
up.
very easily make up a
No,
story
you
like
can't.
that.
You cannot make that up. These sort of stories, they
A story of a bunch of dead mimes. I feel like
Yes.
that's just something you could just
no.
think up
No.
very easily.
No,
Yeah.
that is a true thing that happened, and it was very sad. And and honestly, I had to
I
go
mean,
to
that is
I
sad.
had to go to therapy for over 75 years just to move on with my life.
Well,
you
you're
know?
not. So you will have to go for 75 years.
No,
'cause
no,
you're
I
not
already-
75 years old
I
now.
already did it.
Oh, okay. So did you ever find out why then? Why there were 25 dead mimes?
Yeah. No, it turns out that they were all stuck in their mime boxes, and
No,
nobody.
that's not
nobody-
true.
It is.
No, no.
Nobody let them out, and they ran out of air. They
But
all
you
suffocated.
definitely you should definitely continue going to therapy. But no, that's not what happened.
Okay. I mean, you weren't there, so
Yeah.
you don't know. I'm trying to tell a true story to you and the listeners, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know what to do for you if you're gonna fight me on everything. You know, I don't really know what to do for you, Craig. Except to say that's the end of this episode of
Lettuce.
Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. Thank you everybody
Talking
for listening.
about
My name is
lettuce.
Craig Benson.
My name is Craig
Lettuce.
Benzine. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun.
about
A lot of
lettuce.
confounding fun. I didn't know I was going to look at my
Lettuce.
asshole today, and I did. Great.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Good job, Craig. We'll see you next week, everybody.
I'm talking about lettuce.